just that one specific thing happens, and then you'll come back out. And then that the sweat lodges will be left till everything's over, and that they'll be protected and not touched by any of your forces. And that we'll work to designate a specific team of people that will come in after the fact, and I want to assure their safety, that they won't be arrested, they won't be anything like that, that they can come in and they can take those things. And then, so there's barricade, and then water pump, and then if you know, I think it's good to be able to help people pull out. So those two things I think are okay for them, but that we do it in a really controlled manner, in a really controlled manner. That no one is feeling like it's intrusive or anything. That request.
So I do not know. You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? Probably got you guys blocking the road right now.
So just that request has to come from the people. That, you know, if someone says my car, I need my car sold out, I could ask, and, you know, so that just has to be done in a really controlled manner, so that to avoid the feeling of intrusion and panic. So was there something else? Oh, and we wanted to guarantee that we have that neutral zone established that will be honored, and then so people
specifically for the evacuation team and our medics, but also our women, children, elderly in that safe area, that they wouldn't be like coming into that area to do arrests at the last moment or try to press us too hard where injuries would occur.
So maybe we could even make a physical, you know, caution tape area or something, so that, you know, at the last second, if someone is like, I need to be safe, they can jump under that caution tape, and that you guys are acknowledging that you will not enter that caution tape area. So that's the structure that we're looking for. And then, gosh, there was something else. No, we're not doing that right now. We're gonna have then we'll have a press conference at 11 for the people to come up and have their time and to voice their concerns and ask questions. The last thing was that I've been really, really debating what I'm gonna do and where I'm going to stand, because I have my own beliefs. I believe that as an Indian woman, as a Lakota woman, that I should have the right for the government to honor me if I want to stand on this land and stop that. That's my belief. It's not a reality. But, so, you know, my heart is torn. I want to stand here in front of my people and protect them. But I have to think of everybody, not just what I want. And so we're asking all of these things, and I've decided that as tomorrow happens, I'm going to be standing here between my people and you, and I'm going to be holding you accountable to these agreements that you guys have made. So that if I'm going in there today and asking my people to do this in an orderly way, or to do if I'm asking anything of my people, whatever it may be, that I'm going to say, I'm here holding the line for you and holding them accountable. And I have shown you that they are honorable. What happened up here at the bridge the other day was really, it could have gone a lot of ways. I stood there and I asked my people to go back, and they honored that. I had shown you that they're honorable people. And so that's the role that I'm going to play tomorrow as everything happens. I'm going to be here holding you accountable to the things that I've told my people they can count on. So that's going to be, when we receive confirmation on all those points that we've asked you to do, that's what I'm going to be here tomorrow throughout the entire process. And I'll be the last one to leave, to make sure that everything goes as well as it possibly can. So, and that means media too, you know, media surveilling it all as it happens, and the public out there holding you guys accountable as well.
I'm also going to be here to assist with this. My concerns are the medics, because they have made a steadfast claim that they're going to be here until the very end to assist with any medical needs that are needed. So I'm going to be backing up everything that Holyoke is doing and making sure that my people aren't putting brought harm. That's my main concern.
So those things that you can ask now, let's clarify that everyone feels okay about this. Firstly, that there's no lethal force on the day for tomorrow. That you need to ask that now. So we can just, I know what's going to happen, but that there's an opportunity to bring that, make sure. Second, that there's confirmation that there's that safe zone and no recrimination forever for those who leave before that. We're not going to chase them down and punish them, do things. And that would be a really good faith thing to do, to say, those of you who leave before them, that's it. For this situation, we'll all agree that that's finished. And there's no later looking out or chasing people down and doing those things. And I'm asking that through you to the governor's office, because it's the governor's task force. That includes everybody wide across the next time. So we're asking that. And that's something that allows everyone to say, okay, I'm processed. I'm finished with that. I will read before that the governor's request of the evacuation order for 2 p.m. And then we'll know, we'll shake hands. And that will be it in a good way. That the medics have that space to work from, as well as Mulaney does, to have the buses for those people to get on, that's understood and accepted. So those are going that way. Now I understand they'll probably want to have someone observational to see that there's singing and praying, because that's what people most likely will be doing, those who are ready to depart from the buses. And the last is that as Levi's coming for 11, that's the time that we can re-meet at 11 o'clock. There are a lot of questions from other people who would like to be able to do that, and I certainly don't represent anybody. I represent the fact that I don't want anyone to come to harm. So if we can do that for 11 when Levi arrives, okay. Also then that there's space right now for another one of those camp discussions, because you guys need to, the whole camp wants to just talk that which has happened today, assessing that they're still coming in to remove water. Those aren't water removing machines, but I see they're a lot of other things.
So we came prepared to do
Sure.
the debris removal, but from what you're saying, you want more support with getting the vehicles unstuck and maybe help with that equipment to help you get some of the structures.
Those guys will go talk about that now, so they'll have a chance to talk about it now and return. And we'll have some delay, but you guys, it's the last day. And yesterday we lost the day. So there's recognition for that, to have that understanding, that patience, the humanness, that compassion. It's not a making of our own design when it's impossible to move. So I know that Oscar's also requesting, right, that there's time now for the camp to have that discussion on what those things are. Holyoke was saying the same. They'll have the opportunity to do that. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I'm going to have a hard time turning those trucks around, so we'll discuss the logistics of getting
While
the bigger
they're-
trucks out.
Yeah, okay.
Can I just have you confirm that the ceremony that's going to happen in the morning, it's going to probably be the whole camp, so it's going to look, to you guys, will look like something else. So I'm just telling you that this is a ceremony. Can I ensure that they're going to be safe?
I'll talk to them. Again, Army Corps, I'm not Morton County, so
we can work that out.
we'll discuss it with them so that they're aware of what's happening.
Okay.
You just tell us what time and we can make sure that they know.
Okay.
But the governor's task force is within that. Right.
Right.
So the relationship we're working with Army Corps, but his request that everyone evacuate includes what happens in the governor's task force, which includes Morton County.
Okay.
All right. So 11 o'clock, everybody else, okay? Because Levi will come. We'll have that opportunity. Everybody's questions, even those in the camp that you guys are going to go talk to now. At 11 o'clock will be that opportunity.
Where do you guys want to have the